Have you ever wondered why, no matter how hard you push yourself, your finances never seem to catch up with your efforts? You're not alone. Many people feel stuck at a certain income level or trapped by debts, unaware that the secret to lasting prosperity might be hidden in plain sight. Surprisingly, some claim that your birth date holds the key to breaking free from these constraints once and for all. If that sounds outlandish, buckle up, because this next revelation might leave you speechless. Rather than a random sequence of digits, your date of birth may represent a potent energetic code, one that can dramatically influence your relationship with money. The promise is bold. Reprogram your mind using this date code, and you could witness a cascade of unexpected financial openings. Critics call it superstition, while countless others swear it catapulted them from scarcity to abundance. Today, you'll discover exactly how this mysterious process works and decide for yourself if there's more to your birth date than meets the eye. Ancient and modern perspectives. From the earliest civilizations, numbers have been revered as more than mere tally marks. Ancient Egyptians, Babylonians, and Mayans believed digits carried spiritual weight, shaping destiny in ways modern science was slow to explore. Even centuries ago, sages and scholars claimed that numbers were alive with the universe's heartbeat, vibrations that, if tapped correctly, granted insight into hidden truths. Fast forward to the present, and a curious revival is underway. Online communities are abuzz with claims of numerological breakthroughs and birth date-based manifestation. Some whisper about centuries-old secrets suppressed by powerful groups. Others view these suggestions as marketing gimmicks wrapped in mysticism. But the phenomenon has only grown stronger, fueled by testimonies from high-profile entrepreneurs, spiritual mentors, and everyday people who say these techniques changed their lives. Rumors swirl about how pop icons, tech magnates, and even revered business tycoons quietly practice date-based affirmations, crediting them for unexpected financial upswings. Debates rage. One side points to elaborate success stories and the notion that ancient wisdom predicted our modern hunger for conscious creation. Skeptics dismiss these outcomes as coincidence or placebo effect. Yet, the narratives keep multiplying. The question remains, are all these births of new wealth illusions, or is there a genuine mechanism behind them? The energetic connection to prosperity. Everything in our universe vibrates, from the smallest subatomic particles to the grandest galaxies. Money is no exception. Just as radio stations broadcast on fixed frequencies, the energy of wealth resonates in a specific range. If you're mentally tuned to a channel of doubt and limitation, you won't pick up signals of abundance, even if money-making opportunities swirl all around you. Here's where your birth date may come into play. More than a mere marker of time, certain numerological schools teach that these digits embody your unique energetic fingerprint. In simpler terms, your date of birth can be seen as a cosmic blueprint, revealing hidden tendencies, strengths, and yes, potential blocks to wealth. Proponents assert that by actively working with this code, through focused writing, meditation, or recitation, you effectively update your internal programming. Imagine pulling an old software chip out of your subconscious and swapping in a new one designed to magnetize prosperity. It sounds radical, but so many individuals have stepped forward with accounts of spontaneously receiving job offers, random checks, or seeing long-time debts dissolve after applying this approach that it's become impossible to ignore. Skeptics, meanwhile, attribute these events to psychological bias. If you believe it'll work, you start noticing new possibilities and jump on them more eagerly. It's a fair point, yet believers argue that's precisely the mechanism. A shift in mindset that changes what we allow into our lives. Whether cosmic, psychological, or both, something undeniably powerful seems to be happening for those who dedicate themselves to this practice. Controversies and criticisms. With popularity comes pushback. Some critics dismiss birth date manifestation as modern snake oil, preying on vulnerable people desperate for financial relief. Others claim that it's unethical or manipulative to promise fortunes through writing numbers. Legal experts have also chimed in, warning that some are pushing unproven or exaggerated claims. Controversies extend to heated debates in online forums. Certain skeptics produce elaborate breakdowns, exposing these methods as thinly veiled illusions, with absolutely no scientific grounding. Meanwhile, supporters point to the intangible but widely discussed mind-over-matter phenomenon. There's also chatter about secret societies, rumored to have harnessed number-based rituals for centuries, though verifiable documentation remains elusive. Interestingly, many who put this technique into action aren't naive or gullible. Some are finance professionals, scientists, or entrepreneurial powerhouses who quietly credit their expansions in revenue-to-date-centric rituals. They rarely go public, fearful of being labeled as believers in mystical nonsense. But behind the scenes, word of mouth spreads like wildfire as success stories continue to surface. This very rift, rational disclaimers versus inexplicable outcomes, fuels the controversies. So should you believe the hype, or stay safely skeptical? The beauty of personal experimentation is that you don't have to rely on hearsay. By learning the step-by-step process and giving it an honest, consistent try, you can see firsthand whether this bizarre-sounding strategy has teeth or crumbles under reality. Ultimately, you're the only one who can judge if writing your birth date is a path to a bigger bank account, or just a hopeful fantasy. Step-by-step method. Activating the date code. Now, let's break down the nuts and bolts. While variations of this method exist, the core principle remains the same. Think of it as a daily ritual uniting mental, emotional, and spiritual alignment. 1. Find a quiet space. Choose a calm environment where you can focus. Turn off notifications, or if you're in a busy house, try to carve out at least a few minutes of privacy. 2. Set an intention. Before putting pen to paper, decide what you want to attract. More money, debt relief, a new business venture. Be specific yet flexible, allowing the universe to exceed your imagination. 3. Write your birth date. Many suggest doing this 18 times per session, referencing the ancient notion that 18 symbolizes life and renewal. Use slow, deliberate strokes as you write the month, day, and year you were born, fully aware that each digit resonates with your essential identity. 4. Combine with emotion. Here's where the magic intensifies. As you write, summon a feeling of gratitude and joy as if you already possess the financial abundance you seek. Picture bills paid off, a flourishing bank balance, or the relief of being debt-free. Immerse yourself in that reality until it feels genuine. 5. Visualize the flow of money. Once you've finished writing, close your eyes for a few moments. Envision money flowing into your life effortlessly. See yourself performing everyday tasks with confidence, free of financial stress. This mental movie cements the new belief in your subconscious. 6. Repeat daily for 21 days. Consistency is everything. 1 or 2 attempts might give you glimpses or small coincidences, but real transformation often reveals itself after days or weeks of sustained practice. Aim for at least 21 consecutive days to rewire mental patterns. 7. Stay open to signs. Be alert to opportunities or fresh ideas popping up. Perhaps you'll overhear a conversation leading you to a new job opening, or a friend might propose a business collaboration. Say yes to possibilities that align with your intention. That's it. No intricate ceremonies, no complicated math. Just pen, paper, unwavering focus, and an honest willingness to rewrite your narrative around wealth. It may look deceptively simple, yet many supporters believe this straightforward process packs a powerful punch, especially when approached wholeheartedly. Overcoming inner blocks. You may be thinking, I've tried affirmations and manifestation before. Why would this be any different? The short answer: everything depends on what's happening beneath the surface of your mind. If deep down you're convinced wealth is scarce or that you're undeserving, no amount of external action can overwrite that internal script. Old programming often runs like a broken record. Money doesn't come easily, rich people are exploitative, or, I'm just not the type to succeed. These inherited beliefs, often planted in childhood, form invisible barriers. When you attempt any prosperity exercise from a place of ingrained doubt, your efforts might feel forced, leading you to give up prematurely. Breaking these chains requires persistent mental reprogramming, which is where daily repetition of your birth date merges perfectly with emotional alignment. Each time you write those digits, you're giving your subconscious a new directive. My identity is intertwined with the possibility of plenty. Over time, the old voice of lack weakens, replaced by a calm knowing that you can, in fact, thrive. If cynicism creeps in, that's natural. Let the doubts arise, then place them aside as you continue your practice. Think of it as retraining a habit. Just as you wouldn't expect to become a marathon runner after one jog around the block, you can't expect your mind to embrace abundance at the first sign of a positivity exercise. Keep going, even if you catch yourself rolling your eyes sometimes. Each day you commit to this ritual sends a loud, clear message to your unconscious: it's time for a new story. The collective power of group intention. Doing this alone can yield startling transformations, but many people find that connecting with a like-minded community supercharges results. There's a concept in quantum theory known as coherence, where similar vibrations synchronize and strengthen each other. Applied to birth date manifestation, it suggests that working alongside others who share the same prosperity goal can create a potent energetic network. Some groups hold regular online meetings, discussing experiences and cheering each other on. People report an uptick in miraculous occurrences when engaged with a collective. It seems that shared focus, combined with mutual encouragement, accelerates shifts in mindset and real-world outcomes. Imagine you and dozens, or even hundreds, of others writing your birth dates each day, all resonating with gratitude and clarity for imminent breakthroughs. It's like an orchestra of intention, echoing across the subtle energy fields many believe connect us all. Moreover, you don't need a formal club to tap into this synergy. You can gather a few friends or family members who are open to experimenting. Challenge each other to maintain daily writing for 21 days, and exchange stories of any coincidences or strokes of good luck. Document everything, even the small wins. A $20 you found on the ground, a free meal, or a discount that saved you money unexpectedly. These micro-manifestations often escalate into bigger results when your group dynamic remains strong. Why does it work so well? Some speculate that group energy dissolves isolation and doubt. When you see other people experiencing breakthroughs, it's easier to believe in your own. This collective belief forms a feedback loop of positive expectancy, effectively telling your subconscious that people like us are magnets for abundance. Before long, your outer world aligns with that confident new reality. Real-life transformations and recent rumors. Accounts of astonishing transformations continue to flood social media, personal blogs, and word-of-mouth circles. Here are a few of the more buzzworthy themes popping up. Out of the blue job offers, several individuals mention a surprise promotion, a headhunter reaching out, or a high-paying job materializing after just a couple of weeks of daily practice. They didn't alter their resumes or apply anywhere new. The opportunities found them. Unexpected financial gifts. It's not uncommon to read about people receiving random checks in the mail, inheritances they never anticipated, or even lumps of money as gifts from relatives who felt suddenly compelled to be generous. Rapid debt clearance. Some claim that once they began writing their birth dates, they were guided to solutions, like consolidating loans under better terms or discovering side gigs, that helped them pay off outstanding balances quicker than they imagined. Creative business ventures. Others found themselves with a jolt of inspiration to start a small online store, consult, or launch a passion project, which swiftly turned profitable in ways they hadn't foreseen. Of course, rumors swirl that certain viral stories are inflated or staged. Critics say we only hear the success cases, while the silent majority sees no change. Still, the phenomenon has grown so large that ignoring it outright seems unwise. Enough patterns exist to suggest that something in this daily, birth date-based journaling might genuinely shift a person's outlook and outcomes. Does that guarantee millionaire status for everyone who tries? Hardly. Life is complex, with countless factors influencing each person's path. Even so, the potential for a mental, emotional, and energetic upgrade seems more real than ever. At the very least, believers argue, it instills a heightened sense of optimism, sharpening your focus on possibilities you might otherwise overlook. And that alone can be the difference between seizing a life-changing chance or letting it slip by unnoticed. Practical tips and common pitfalls. By now, you're likely eager to give it a go or at least test the waters. Before you do, consider these helpful insights. Stay consistent. Skipping days or writing absent-mindedly will water down your results. If you're serious, make this a daily non-negotiable. Avoid robot mode. Simply scribbling your birth date without connecting to gratitude or visualization is akin to reciting words in a language you don't understand. The emotional charge is the catalyst for transformation. Watch for subtle synchronicities. Not all manifestations crash in like a lottery win. Often they begin with small nudges, a new contact, an intriguing email, or an invitation you'd usually ignore. Follow these breadcrumbs. Guard against negativity. As soon as the next financial setback arises, you might be tempted to conclude the entire technique is bogus. Remember, reprogramming old beliefs is rarely a linear process. Stay the course. Journal your progress. Keeping track of your mood, random occurrences, and personal epiphanies can be a game changer. Looking back at your notes may reveal that the miracles added up slowly, culminating in a major breakthrough. On the flip side, watch out for these stumbling blocks. Inconsistency. Sporadic practice leads to sporadic results. Overthinking or obsessing, anxiously awaiting financial windfalls can create resistance. Strike a balance between dedication and trust, letting outcomes unfold naturally. Allowing skeptics to undermine you. Healthy skepticism is fine, but cynicism from others can corrode your motivation. Stand firm until you've gathered enough evidence in your own experience, expecting instant riches. While some people do see rapid changes, the process often builds momentum gradually. Patience remains critical. Final thoughts. What if everything you've ever needed to break free from financial limits has been nested within a simple set of digits you've known your whole life? It sounds outrageous, yet the growing wave of birth date-based manifestation claims can't be brushed aside as mere fantasy. While controversies rage and cynics balk, countless individuals insist that consistently writing their birth date, infused with gratitude and unwavering belief, has led them to find jobs they never knew existed, pay off debts once deemed insurmountable, and discover hidden potential for earning that have been overshadowed by negativity. Whether this date code is purely psychological or anchored in cosmic design, one thing is certain: our beliefs shape our reality. Repetition is a potent force in reprogramming the subconscious. Couple that with vivid emotion and a dash of consistent action, and you create a formula that can ripple across your finances and your entire life. So here's the invitation: try it. Carve out time each day, whether morning or night, to set the scene. Write your birth date with a clear intention, repeating it 18 times if you wish to invoke the symbolic significance. Let gratitude flood your heart as you envision the life you desire, and commit to this for at least 21 days. Then pay attention, really pay attention, to what shifts in your external world. And if you want to multiply the effect, find or form a community that shares your vision. Add the power of collective focus to your practice, watch how synchronicities multiply, and see how quickly your old limitations unravel. In the end, you hold the final say on whether this approach is a passing trend or the gateway to a new financial reality. The only way to know for certain is to roll up your sleeves, dive in with an open mind, and track the results for yourself. Perhaps you'll join the chorus of believers who swear by the birth date technique, or you might become one of the success stories your friends whisper about in awe. Whichever path unfolds, remember that your destiny isn't locked in place. Sometimes, it only takes a slight shift in perspective to unleash a flood of prosperity. If you've made it this far, you already sense there's more to life than random luck. Your intuition nudged you to read this script, and that might not be a coincidence. So take the leap, experiment, and see what answers emerge. After all, you have nothing to lose but old, limiting notions, and a world of abundance to gain. Finally, if this resonates with you, share it with someone who needs a fresh start. Spread the possibility that life can be more magical than we ever dared to believe, and watch how that spark of positivity grows into a blazing flame of collective transformation. The universe is listening, and it's high time your date of birth took center stage in rewriting your financial destiny.